Harley Cameron can be like a legit like Harley Quinn to Mercedes is Batman or Poison Ivy, whatever it is that she's trying to pull. Like for my comic book heads, you guys know.
Courtney, I'll ask you a similar question. Did AEW get it right by not putting the strap on Harley Cameron this weekend, or did they miss a moment?
I'm not going to say they didn't. Unfortunately, it would have been nice for her to get out of her home country, but it's always fun seeing the chase for the title than getting it received. And I feel like with what happened this past weekend, seeing Harley wrestle, the crowd was really getting into it, because I actually watched her match against Mariah May. And even though it was non-title, when she was the then AEW Women's Champion, the fans were going crazy for her on an episode of Collision. And seeing her go up against Mercedes Moné, having mini Monet in the ring, having that little puppet alongside her. So this could be a really good, solid storyline for her. And also seeing what else they could do to capitalize it, especially going to Dynamite on Wednesday. So I would like to see more of the chemistry and development between Harley Cameron and Mercedes Moné, and seeing where this is going to go.
Now, this is where I wish I had producers on deck to pull some clips up for me, because I would so pull up the clip from Friday when, Courtney, you were like, Harley Cameron should be the TBS champion this weekend.
I know.
So what has caused your about face?
It's just, I want to have that bold prediction. I really want to do it. But then when I did my watch along, I'm thinking about this. So I said, okay, she didn't win it. And I was being a bit stubborn about it during my watch along. But then I had to give it from a different perspective and be like, okay, let me think long-term storyline with this. Let me think about this. And also this is also a blemish that AEW has had in the past, where they produce long-term storylines, but sometimes it's never executed after the match. Like, they have a build up to a big match, and then after that, they don't capitalize it afterwards. So this could be really something that I want to see, and especially the long-term storytelling between these two, and seeing where this is going to go, because Harley has it. The promo that she did last week, I was really sold. And also really thinking about it, because, you know, I said to myself, she's going to get it. She's going to get the title, because I know everybody was in a panic mode saying, like, why didn't she get the title and everything? And I was like, no. Let's see where this goes and how they're going to develop the storyline.
All right. Well, the other bit of wrestling that happened over the weekend, of course, was in the nation's capital. It was NXT Vengeance Day, and it kicked off with this moment right here. Stephanie Vacour wins the NXT North American Championship. Great match that she had there, winning that title. We also got to see Fraxium retain in just a barn burner of tag team match.
Honey's favorite team.
It was a fantastic match.
I'm about to say, there ain't no way you can't say this.
I know. It was a fantastic match. I just don't want Fraxium to be Fraxium. I don't want Fraxium to be Fraxium anymore. But they keep putting on these matches, and it pisses me off, because it's like, oh, why you gotta be so good?
Yeah, it was great. And then, of course, Obafemi,
Lord have mercy,
the ruler,
retains the NXT the NXT Championship, defeating A-Town Down. We also saw Ethan Page defeat Javon Evans. Stupid. We saw, and I think I actually predicted this one, Trick Williams would lose to Eddie Thorpe, which was wild, to say the least. And of course, the night ended with Julia retaining the NXT Women's Championship in that fatal four-way, getting the pin over Roxanne Perez, which is pretty amazing. But then there were two images that we ended with. First, and before we get to the final image, I want to get to this image right here.
Mm-hmm.
Julia, Stephanie Vacour, both holding the women's championships in NXT. Of course, they've been in NXT now for a few months. What statement do you think is being made in the women's division with these two as your champion? Honey, you put your hand up, so go forth. I was going to give it to Courtney first, but go ahead.
Oh, I'm sorry.
No. Go ahead. Go ahead.
I just got really excited when I saw this image when this happened. And the most obvious thing that I noticed wasn't just them lifting the titles. Look at Stephanie's face, y'all.
She wants more.
I feel like we are gonna have a first women's dual champ in NXT. We're about to give one of these women the Keith Lee moment. That's what I think. So that got me really excited for this. And plus, these are the two top acquisitions from the international spectrum that we have acquired in WWE, and this is a big freaking deal. Both women have done a phenomenal job, and both women deserve these titles. But this was a great image to start the night off with.
For sure. Let me ask the councilman, who I know might feel some kind of way because someone else is not holding one of those championships. Here's the question for you. With this picture, have we moved into a new era of women's wrestling in NXT?
Yes, we have. And the bigger question I want to ask, because I was asked about this, has Stephanie Vacour taken Julia's thunder? Because it seems like a lot of people have moved from the Julia train to the Vacour train. And here's why I bring that up. She is seen more on television weekly than Julia. Her match was the more anticipated match that everybody wanted outside of the main event. And even in the main event, Julia is not the focal point. Bayley, Roxanne, and Cora were. And it has been seen since she's been champion. I don't know if they're just holding it for setting her up for something, but it kind of seems like that thunder that she had has kind of gone down and transferred to the one that's looking at her title. Now, I just want to know, do y'all see what I was asked as well?
It's a great question.
Who's answering first?
I have a theory. I'm going to wait till you all are done. See if anybody hits my theory. Not Austin.
I don't know.
Thank you, counselor. Thank you.
Wait, I missed that. That one went over my head. I was too busy thinking about. I was thinking about the question.
That's good. It hit spot on. I was like, I see what you did.
No, I mean, no, I don't think so. I don't think there's really like stealing of any thunder. I'm easily attracted to watching both of these women duke it out in the ring like any day of the week. But I do understand your sentiment, Councilman, about them. Hello, you're invasive. My dog, sorry guys, but they have shown Stephanie a lot more. She is she is booked for matches literally every week. I don't know. I can't personally say. I feel like they both have. I feel like they both have that thunder. You know what I mean?
Articles are being talked about Vacour though,
and they're.
I don't like pitting women against each other either.
So. No, I'm not. I'm not.
I know.
Yeah,
I know what you mean. I know exactly what you mean.
And they're both great, but there's just something about Stephanie, man. I mean, in ring, the aura that she has. I don't know, man. Like there's some. Like you can look at this picture and be like, oh, she's looking at that title. Oh, crap's about to hit the fan like real soon. From a Thunder standpoint, man, like both hyped when they came in, but like I said, there's something about Stephanie that you look at her and you see her in ring, you anticipate those matches. Honestly, I almost turned the TV off after I saw her match. I was like, this is the best it's going to get tonight. This is the best it's going to get tonight. So, but no, there's just something about her. You anticipate, you look forward to her matches or being on screen.
The fact that they started with this match was wild to me. Like when I saw that, and I was like, Oh,
It was crazy.
interesting.
And to be honest with you, I almost didn't want her to win just because of like I know how good Fallon is, and Fallon was proving that in that match Saturday. And I'm just like, man, because I was talking on the Kayfabe podcast about just I'm bummed that they didn't give her a real like title run. And they kept putting her in like fatal influences, beefs, and like tag teams because Fallon is amazing in the ring. She showed that Saturdays. I was just like, but again, here's where we are, and
It's not a bad place to be, though. You know what
It's
I mean?
not.
If you're
It's
NXT,
not.
you're like, this
Definitely
is not a bad
not.
place
Like
to be.
it's just
No.
NXT's women's roster just keeps literally getting better with time.
Yeah.
And as long as you have guys like Shawn Michaels at the helm of it, this brand is going to be a-okay in the future. But it's obviously in the best of hands. Look at it.
Courtney, do you want to tackle this question?
I'm gonna feel bad because I did not watch NXT Vengeance over the weekend.
Doggone
But
it.
I know I
Cancel
didn't.
Christmas. Cut this woman's mic off.
I didn't.
And we watched yours.
Listen,
We
wait. And
I
hers
watched
was
yours.
later.
My-
Hers
Yeah.
was late. My
You had time to
Lord.
see it.
Actually, no, I didn't. I had an obligation earlier in the day, so
She
I
said
had
I
to
had
get to bed.
I had
okay.
things to do.
Wait,
Dude.
let's not act like NXT's Vengeance Day hasn't been up for 2 days.
No.
All right.
Ooh.
All right. Okay. So I will say this. I think the answer to that question isn't so much the stealing of the thunder, but what I do think is this is the challenge of introducing so much new talent at the same time. You're having to make adjustments. And I mean, if you think about Julia had been rumored for months. But then Stephanie kind of came out of nowhere. You know, she had that great match at Forbidden Door with Mercedes. Then shortly after that, she's relinquishing the CMLL Women's Championship. One day she's signed to WWE. The next, she's on a card in Mexico City. And then a week later, she's showing up on NXT television right around the same time as Julia. So you're looking at not just 2 new stars, but 2 world champions that have shown up at NXT. So when I answer both questions, I think people are trying, the time that would have been devoted solely to getting to know one of those stars is now being split among 2 and arguably 3 when you throw Zarya in there. So they've kind of paired Zarya off with Soruka to kind of give us a different look at Zarya. These 2 are now your champions. And so does it give us a new era? It absolutely does. This honestly is akin to when Finn Balor and Shinsuke Nakamura showed up at NXT.
Very much so.
NXT immediately changed.
Yep.
Yeah.
And then the talent that came in had to step up from there. So anybody who was just learning the craft, you now have to deal with 2 former world champions. Two guys who have been dealing well over the world. Now we have this in the women's division. And consider that a women's title match started the show, a women's title match ended the show. You got all of this immense talent there. So with these 2 at the top of the NXT women's division, it's a problem. It's a problem. And so with that said, that would be a solid enough go-home shot. But then we get this.
Baby.
We talk about former world champions showing up. Here comes a 3-time TNA Knockouts champion, Jordynne Grace, fresh off of her second appearance at the Royal Rumble. And now, in a giant statement with her shirt, "We Are NXT," tells the world that she is now a part of NXT.
See you Tuesday.
Dope.
So here's my question. With Jordynne Grace entering the group chat, Julia and Stephanie Vacour standing in the middle of the ring with these women's championships, what does that do to the Fallon Henleys and the Cora Jades of the world?
Oh man.
Wake up.
Time to step up.
Wake up. Rise and shine.
Well, Cora
Business-
J will be doing some stuff in
business is
TNA,
picking up.
right?
Yeah,
She
but
could be, yeah.
Yeah,
Could
but here's the thing though. Cora needs that win.
She does.
Somebody talked about that too in the IWC this weekend. Was like, Cora needs a belt before she leaves. Like then she cannot move up without a belt because she needs to have her stuff solidified from the 2.0 era, which they just completely retconned.
Mm-hmm.
She has to, and it can't just be a TNA. It has to be one of those titles.
Yeah. I think that's tough though. Because Roxanne's moving on up, so now it's like,
Yeah, no.
I kind of wanted the last hurrah thing with Roxanne and Cora Jade. That bad blood, very Sasha Bailey, at like that first match. Like I needed something a little bit like that, but I think we'll probably get that on the main roster. So I'm gonna be patient.
The statue for the PC of Roxanne is being made as we speak. Her NXT time, she's fulfilled it. They're putting the monument up as we speak.
And she got a big night tonight. I feel like I feel like a proud mama.
We will get into that night in a little bit. No worries, guys, for sure. But this story right here,
me and you, boy.
I knew we were going to have to talk about it. So for those who are unaware, Mi Chin, the artist formerly known as Mia Yim, was on the Speak Easy podcast. And as part of the Speak Easy podcast, she let out I think a startling acknowledgement about the WWE drug policy, particularly connected to marijuana. And so this is what she said, and I quote, she says, because it's legal, they've kind of accepted it. So before, that used to be marijuana used to be on the drug list, and they took that off a couple of years ago. So when I get home on Saturdays, I'll do that and just chill out all day. And then I get back into the gym on Sunday through Wednesday, I work out. Now, we know that there have been wrestlers in the past who have been suspended on the drug policy because of marijuana. My question to you, and I'll start with you, Courtney, I'll start with you on this one. What does
I saw your face for that.
No, I had something in my head on that. I'll start with you on this one, and the question is this: what impression does it give to you that marijuana is accepted in the WWE? Does it matter? Do you think it's going to influence, enhance, detract, take away from what they do in the ring? What are your thoughts connected to this?
I will say, when I read this report, I will be like, well, and I always have to put this in perspective, because as long as you're not doing any harm to anybody around you, you use it responsibly, and you're not reckless, then that would be fine. I'm just being short and sweet to the point.
Stop, sir. Stop it, sir.
So I didn't do it. What in the world? I did not do it. Dion, same
What's
question. Does this news for you impact anything you think or feel about superstars in WWE? Does it help? Does it not? What are your thoughts?
No, I'm just like trying to think about like their past drug policies, like they were pretty stern with it, but then I think even like the NFL maybe even loosened theirs, where it's not a suspension anymore. I think it's just fines and whatever other violation that they might have. Mm-hmm. So I think the fact that it's become like, it's not the worst thing you can do, sort of thing, mm-hmm. Especially if it's used for recovery too, because I think that was even a thing that popped up years ago as well. Ricky Williams stands and lives by that. So hearing this, I mean, it's going to sound old, like it's 2025. I just assume that you might. So I'm at that point. But no, it doesn't change my mind of like the drug policy or any wrestlers at all.
Okay. Councilman, your thoughts on this?
I think it's excellent. I think we missing a big question. When the Strand's coming out? Okay. When's the Uso Kush dropping?
Oh
Wow.
Where's my youth pack? All right. That's what I can't wait for. When these names coming out?
Wow.
I need the RKO Kush. Like, yes.
Wow.
I need it all. Especially
that RV Diesel.
that RV Diesel, man. Come on.
Wow.
And especially, it's very funny and coincidental that this comes out with a WrestleMania that's going to be on 420.
Yeah.
In Vegas.
In Vegas.
Mhm.
Man,
Mhm.
listen.
Mhm.
Listen, yo.
Y'all saw the group chat. I answered it late, but y'all saw the group chat. I'm like, all right, fine.
Mm-mm-mm.
And like, I guess I'm gonna come to Mania now. I guess.
Yeah,
I guess I gotta go now, right?
But to Dion's point, though, I think just because of all of the properties that they do contain when it comes to healing, not just of the body, but even for like a mental standpoint, like I think this is a better alternative to, like Sindil said, of like rather than going to like drinking booze all the time to try to like be able to keep a mindset. So I know some of like the very positive properties that when it comes to cannabis. And so, and again, too, we also know, you know, the other side of it if you abuse it and everything, but I think it helps a lot of more people, especially athletes, and for them to now not have to worry about losing their livelihood because of it. I think it's just a great step forward as far as the progression for WWE.
All right. So yeah, there it is. For those who are interested, that's the policy with WWE. So good to see.
Screen.
All right.
Matt
Chelsea
Riddle
Green.
somewhere.
That's a bit of
Well-
there.
Well done,
Matt Riddle.
Sindil.
Matt Riddle. All I know is somewhere blowing smoke and punching the air right now.
Well done. So let's talk about this. This weekend was a very full weekend. Of course, SmackDown. We had NXT Vengeance Day. We had Grand Slam Australia. And then the premiere last night of WWE LFG, Legends and Future Greats. 16 hopefuls who are currently in the WWE Performance Center being paired with 4 Hall of Fame coaches. That includes, wait, did Mickey make it to the Hall of Fame yet? Oh boy, I don't know.
Wow. Is she not?
No, I don't
know.
think so.
No,
I
she
don't
has
think
a
so.
Legends deal, but
I
I
don't
don't think
know.
it's an official Hall of
I'm-
Fame.
Didn't she?
Oh,
I-
she better be if she's not.
No.
No,
Someone
No.
get me straight on that. Somebody get me straight on that.
Oh, wow.
she's a future.
I don't think
no,
she's in the
yeah.
Hall of Fame.
She is.
Legends deal.
But
Legends deal.
You got Mickey James. You've got the other 3 are definitely Hall of Famers. Bubba Ray Dudley, Booker T, and The Undertaker. And we got to see these future greats involved in promos, in-ring work. We saw a couple of matches. What were your thoughts on WWE LFG? Courtney, did you get a chance to watch this?
I actually, I did watch it last night.
Oh, my Lord.
Wow.
Wow. Okay. All right. Well, let's hear what you have to say.
I see where the line is now.
Listen, we see where the line is too.
Okay. Yeah. Okay.
Oh boy.
Courtney, do what you do, girl.
Hey.
Hey, we listen and we judge internally.
Exactly.
as quoted on our great podcast every Saturday.
I actually did watch the episode last night, and it was nice seeing all the prospects. I will say it was nice to see Vic Joseph and Jeremy Borjas on commentary during the matches. There was a few standouts that I was really impressed with, and I think I might have been so blindedly out of the dark because I did not know Anthony Luke was dating Maxine Dupree until he put that out there during the show. So
Hey, they just got engaged.
Yes, I did not know that. That was like major. That was really awesome, and really seeing the passion in there. The one takeaway that I had was I don't think people realize how hard it is to do promos, because when some of the prospects were doing promos in front of the coaches, there was a lot of nervousness and they kind of had to shake it off. But I don't think a lot of people realize it because they have to dig a lot of deep on why they want this. I mean, sure, everybody can say like, oh, I've been wanting this since I was a child, or you were my favorite superstar growing up. But it's just really digging a little deep and just finding the why in there. I can probably say this from my personal experience when I stepped right back into pageantry and I had to figure out my why on why I wanted to do pageantry again, what was my purpose and what was my vision going into it. And most of them actually really did nail it when it comes to promos. And this actually goes back to our conversation a couple months ago. What is important? In-ring work or charisma and bike work? And it was really nice to see some of the perspectives, learning and getting feedback from all the coaches, and also seeing some of their personalities shine up. There's a few I actually did like. I did like Danny, and also because she's a former NFL cheerleader, and she was really good in her match against Tyra May Steele. It was nice to see the ladies come back in. Shiloh is another favorite of mine. He just really has that personality, and also doing the promo with him. And also when Bubba Ray gave him feedback, he was trying to get kind of turning up the aggression a little bit on the promo, because at first when he did it, it was like sweet and humble and trying to sugarcoat it a bit, as Bubba would say, and trying to turn up the heat, saying, if you were in a match with Booker T, what would you say to him? And that was just really fun to watch. But the first episode I did enjoy, and already looking forward to episode 2.
No, what else was fun to watch this weekend?
What's that?
Vengeance Day.
Vengeance Day.
Vengeance Day was phenomenal. Besides 2 sham wins that I didn't agree with, but other than that, it was a great time.
Well, you know what's even more interesting about that? That the prospects on LFG, one of them will win a contract to a program she doesn't watch. That's wild. That's wild. I promise you that's wild. Yeah. But with that, Dion, did you get a chance to watch this? Were there any standouts to you?
Yeah, I went through it today, but standouts, well, I think my biggest thing for this, and I love the heat that they have with the guy with Bully Ray. Like I think he's gonna be, he's just lack of a better term, an ass clown. But anyway, I think this show was like a great evolution from Tough Enough. Yeah, because we already have them in with the PC, and they're on a weekly show. Like, this was a great evolution for that, because I don't think you could have gotten away with doing Tough Enough again in that sort of reality sort of base, like of a real world or stuff like it used to be. This was a great pivot for it, and the legends that they have for it was pretty great. I'm looking forward to it. I think it's going to be like 8 episodes is what I saw. So I think I'm going to be tuning in A&E for a lot of this, because that reality based sort of, again, Courtney said it, standing in front of legends and cutting promos, they're going to be doing that in the PC already in their promo classes. So this is helping them even more when those people across the table now are Booker T, Undertaker, and Bully Ray and Mickey James. I'm hoping to see like a lot of growth from them, and who knows, like Courtney might pick up to somebody or in print on someone, and then she'll watch NXT weekly. This is
How about that?
This is what
is going to
happen.
Dion.
What? This is what's going to happen. I'm sure of it.
Well, you know what, Dion, to that point,
I'm optimistic. Okay.
Well, here's the thing. You and the councilman were not watching AEW. Courtney shared some things about AEW, and it influenced you both to watch AEW to the point where you stayed up late and watched Grand Slam Australia this weekend. I think it's only fair that, she would allow someone to impress upon her, so she might open up her horizons for NXT as well. So
I believe imprinting is PG. Say it. I believe it is.
boy.
This was what I was trying to figure out. What does bold mean?
Wait, what said?
I don't,
Oh Lord,
I don't know.
It's TMI.
Does that mean you haven't been paid?
Oh my
That's
gosh.
that
No,
could
he's
be.
saying
Oh,
he's
he's-
ashy as hell. That's what he's saying.
Oh,
It's the 17th of Black History Month, and he still doesn't have any body butter.
Mm-mm-mm.
You should have placed your order.
Mm.
Mm.
Any standouts for you on this particular show, honey?
Quite a few,
Okay.
but the number one show stealer for me of last night's episode was very much Tyra May Steele.
Mhm.
Baby girl, you have a gift, and I can't wait to see what you do with it. And then you picked the right one. And
Mhm.
not for nothing, I was hoping she'd pick him. And she was very deceiving to me at first because she came off like very baby face to me.
Mhm.
But then her in-ring work just gave me total heel. And I
Mhm.
was like, all right, so if we can have a mean, aggressive Olympic gold medalist who's a woman, that would be pretty damn sickening.
It's
Coming
gonna-
out with a gold medal in her teeth, like
Mhm.
I'm ready, like Brock Lesnar level type aggression for this girl.
Mhm.
And
Mhm.
she's gonna shoot to the stars. I already know that for her. The fact that she also doesn't have did she have much training before she came to the performance center?
No, she had no training, but before she
Not
came to
that's what it
the
was
performance center,
that Taker looked over at Sean, was like, and how you said she's had no training since before coming here? Sean was
Mhm.
like, nothing,
Mhm.
nada.
wow.
She has something very special. I did agree with Bully Ray when he spoke to Maxine's what's his I don't want
Oh, Luke. His last
Luke.
name is Luke. His
Yes,
last name is
Anthony Luke, I think.
Yeah,
Anthony Luke, yes.
Luke. Mhm.
He's special. And I
Mhm.
totally agreed with Bully Ray because I was saying it to Pachu as we were watching the episode. I'm like, I don't know why, but his cells are giving me Dwayne Johnson.
Mhm.
Very
Mhm.
early Dwayne Johnson, white boots
Yeah.
rock.
White boots.
Yeah.
The Final Councilman's favorite version of the rock. But he's a standout. Shiloh, I love Shiloh. And for some reason, BJ was getting on my nerves, but I think that's why it's gonna work. So
Mm.
those are my four
Okay.
favorites that I got the eyes on. But Tyra May Steele is just taking everything for me. And that Bailey Humphrey girl,
Mm. She's gonna be a strong one.
good God.
Councilman, any standouts for you?
I didn't watch this.
Oh, okay.
I'm petty though. I'm not watching nothing with Mickey James.
They're getting
You're
You're not watching anything with
they're
Mickey
getting a
James.
contract.
James.
They're getting
I
a
know.
contract to go to your show on Tuesday.
Oh, I
Wait.
know why. I know
Yeah.
why.
Yeah.
I know why.
Till me and Mickey James have us a conversation. Till she contacts the councilman.
For what?
I need to know
I've
what's
never
the tea?
forgiven her for calling Alexa Bliss biscuit butt. Okay, never forgave her for
Yeah.
that. Never. How dare you, young lady? How dare you? Okay, I do not appreciate it. Will I probably watch it next week? Probably so, since we're talking about it. So now I gotta watch it.
He's not gonna watch. He didn't watch it this weekend. He needs some time. So he'll watch
Most
it
likely I'm
tomorrow.
gonna watch it this next weekend to catch up. But I do see some. Again, I don't know him by name, but I do look forward to see Evander Holyfield's son.
Oh yeah.
Oh my God! yes.
Oh yeah.
Maxine Dupree's boyfriend definitely stood out, and even to Honey's point, the dude that just with the bandana that was talking crap to Bully Ray, I
Mhm.
can't stand him. That's how I know he's gonna get signed.
Mhm.
Wow.
It's gonna work. It worked just as good as it did with the Miz. Like
Yeah.
the Miz, I couldn't stand him, but I'm just like, you know what? Fine.
Yeah.
I'll
But
watch it every week. Fine.
Yeah, but from what I did see though, like to Dion's point, I do like the format that they're using. It doesn't seem like tough enough where it's like
Mhm.
it's tough enough, kind of like not in a bad way, but also just a critique.
Yeah.
Felt staged. It felt like it's like, okay, it felt more of like a reality show. It's more of this is like, hey, these are the things that's really happening, and we're just happening to film the
Mhm.
process. Because I
Yeah.
love like some of the things I see from clips. I love the conversations that like Undertaker is having with these people. Sean
Yeah.
is talking to these people. It's like even if I'm not competing, I would just love to be in there just to soak up everything that they're doing and talking about.
Mhm. Yes, said it's true. It's true.
Take it easy on them knees. They asked you enough already.
Oh my god.
Wow.
Yeah.
I'm just reiterating what he said. He said it's
Wow.
butterless, so that tells me one thing: that you're ashy. Go get some Vaseline or something to hold you off.
Wow. Okay.
It's just
I'm gonna
wonderful.
mention one name that no one has mentioned that really stuck out to me. Her name is Panina Tuilepa. She gave the promo in the ring. She is connected to the bloodline, and she had a fire. She called herself P Nasty.
Yeah,
Oh,
And
yeah.
good.
I don't even know who this is, and I like her already.
let me listen. There are people on the IWC who said she was giving Jacob Fatu promo vibes because her promo was phenomenal. And so shout out to her. I definitely enjoyed her, and looking forward to more of LFG. Again, that's Sunday nights on A&E, 8 p.m. Eastern, and of course it's on demand on the A&E app. All right, so this one's interesting. WrestleMania weekend is going to be very, very full, including Thursday night. TNA is back in Vegas, Mania weekend, April 17th. And the way it's going down is they're airing, it's on a Thursday night. They are airing their normal Thursday night Impact show from 8 to 10. And then they're going live at 10 with this Unbreakable card on the TNA Plus app. So I'm going to ask this question. I'll start with you, Dion. Given what we saw at Vengeance Day, the first time that we saw the official TNA Director of Authority in a meeting with the NXT General Manager, will we see perhaps the results of that show up at some point at Unbreakable April 17th?
We have to. I mean, I like this is like when I saw this, I was like, okay, there has to be that crossover. More of the crossover. Relationship strong. I mean, you get Santino back in the fold. It is, yeah, man. Like this partnership has been great. And this is, you said, the Thursday of Mania week.
Mm-hmm.
Shoot, man, you never know who might show up for that, especially it's a live show. I'm sorry I'm having you repeat it again, but
yes,
you said it was
it's all the way
live, all the
mm-hmm.
way.
Yes.
Oh god, there's no telling who might show up. You might get those an NXT crossover where I know Oba might show up on Moose that day. You know, you never know. We've been asking for that, but
you mute, honey.
You're muted, honey.
Honey is muted, but she's spitting fire over there.
I can feel it.
Who keeps muting me? But anyway,
not me.
I was saying that that would be a phenomenal birthday gift for me because my birthday is literally April 17th. So for Moose or Moose and Oba to have a face off would be wonderful.
Wow.
Yeah, I feel like with all the crossover stuff, those possibilities are endless. Mm-hmm. Especially during that week. This is the most popular week or the most hype week in wrestling from the weekend
and for a lot of people. And for a lot of people, it's about to be the most expensive week.
Very much so. But no, I'm looking forward to this. Again, that relationship has been really strong, and I could see a few surprises within this for that crossover and stuff happening. So super excited about this. That I'm watching TNA again, man. That's wild.
Isn't it?
Loving it and enjoying it. I mean, when they were here in Atlanta, I watched, we sat through 4 tape shows, which was wild because I've never sat through a tape show before. I'm like, man, we're like on week 4 right now. Like I know the entire month, right? But no, it's super enjoyable to watch. And now with that relationship with WWE and NXT, it just makes it that more must see because you never know what might happen now.
I love that. Will we see? Okay, so not only will we see, but what do you think happens in terms of a potential crossover at Unbreakable, honey?
For which side? For women's or both?
Whomever.
Any of it.
Who could show up at Unbreakable April 17th from NXT?
You know, I'm gonna go there. Why not John Cena show up and pull up and say hi to Joe Hendry? I'm just saying, you're crossing
Could
over. I
happen.
mean, go big, go big. I'm going for the big guy.
He's there all week. We might as well, right? Like,
I'm just saying, he is gonna be there. We know he's definitely gonna be there, and I think that's something that a lot of us would like.
Okay. Councilman, here's an interesting question. So, Unbreakable is happening Thursday night at the same time as Wale Mania, at the same time as God knows how many other things happening that Thursday night. What do you think needs to happen at Unbreakable to get the wrestling world talking?
Sheesh. You need AJ Styles there.
Ooh.
Good answer. Good answer.
Good
Wow.
answer.
Good answer.
Wow.
Yep.
Yeah.
Wow.
You need
Why
the
didn't I think of that? Huh.
Yeah.
faces. I don't know who he takes on, but you definitely need AJ Styles there.
AJ and TNA in 2025.
Wow.
Mind blown, right?
Yeah.
Like-
Wow.
I
I remember when the guy had no hair, bro. Like,
Yeah.
Now he has the best hair in wrestling.
man, listen, he beat out Dolph Ziggler for hair, man. I swear to God.
You need
Wow.
an unforgettable match for the X Division Championship, like something like back when AJ Styles was there, and you need Masha to be that hardcore, incredible wrestler that she is. And then, like you said, the pop-ups from NXT. According to Santino, you need Jada Parkour, Eddie Torpedo. You need
Eddie Thorpe.
No, you ain't seen the video?
It's hilarious.
Oh, please! If you have not seen the video where he's talking with his daughter about who to go over in TNA,
It's great.
It is hilarious. I never get tired of those two. It is. But yeah, if you need that, and you need something memorable with the Hardys. Something with the Hardys. I don't know if it is them taking on taking on Fraxium or what.
Well, they teased it.
Yeah.
They will put on a match that will have everybody talking. I'll tell you that much.
Yeah.
So, okay, I have a couple of ideas. I think for one, I love the AJ Styles idea. Like I just think that's pure brilliance.
It's phenomenal.
It is. I think we get Zarya showing up to challenge for the Knockouts Championship against Masha Slamovich. Yeah,
that one gives you the stank face, like
it. Yeah,
in a hardcore match.
Yeah. Oh yeah. Just let them tear the house down.
Let them fight.
Full Metal Mayhem. Like let them just go crazy. I think that night Javon Evans wins the X Division Championship. He is he's a surprise entry into this, the Ultimate X match. He comes in and does that. But here's the kicker. The Hardys and Fraxium, no, because that needs to happen at Stand and Deliver.
I'll take that.
Happening at Stand. And if they really want to do something, let Stand and Deliver be have elements of a continuation from something that happened at Unbreakable.
Moose versus Owen.
Yeah, I think we land there. I think we land there. Certainly for the main event of Stand and Deliver.
Question: Have we ever had All Ego take on Nick Nemeth?
I don't think so. I'm here for it though.
This version of All Ego and Nick
Yeah.
Nemeth is pretty
Yeah.
sickening. That
Yeah,
sounds
it
that's
is.
that's a good look.
Yeah.
I will say this with the announcement of, and we didn't even get into this, of Tiffany Stratton versus Charlotte at WrestleMania. It is very clear that they are going for some dream matches and dream moments. And so I think if a trigger is going to be pulled for Moose versus Oba, I think Stand and Deliver is the time.
The time is up. The time is now.
Because they're all there. It all works.
It all works. I mean, they don't have to go anywhere. All right. So Monday Night Raw is happening tonight, and we've got some interesting. We mentioned AJ Styles. He will be taking on Dominic Mysterio in AJ Styles'
This match
first
gonna be
match
good.
I'm so torn. I don't know
on
who to root
Raw.
for.
It's going to be crazy.
I know. What I'm thinking.
We're having qualifiers for the Elimination Chamber. The final qualifier. Oh man, I'm sorry. I know what I meant to do and didn't do it. So sorry. Qualifier. We've got Seth Rollins, Finn Balor for the last spot in the men's qualifier, in the men's Elimination Chamber match. Then the last spot in the women's Elimination Chamber match. Roxanne Perez versus Raquel Rodriguez. We also have, for the number one contendership for the Intercontinental Championship, Dakota Kai taking on Ivy Nile. And this one right here.
Tonight's Raw is cooking for no reason. Reason.
This is going to be a fun episode.
This match is going to give me elements of that good best out of 3 match that we got from Aleister Black and Buddy Murphy when they were in WWE.
Man, listen, Penta and Pete Dunne. This is giving me Lucha meets NXT UK, and I love every minute of it. So that's all going down tonight. Very quickly, your predictions: who's qualifying for the Chamber?
This one's tough, man, because I really want Finn to win. I just want to see it. I would love to see Finn in the Chamber, but we know story-wise what's going to happen. So it's going to be.
Or do we?
Well,
no.
Because I have a theory.
I do too.
I got a thought.
Please give it, because I'm really.
Well, no, I want the I always like giving the people a chance to.
Oh, but you did miss one thing, that AJ Styles and Dominic Mysterio's match is going to be sponsored by Maybelline. Best hair in the business.
Great.
Maybelline is
Maybelline's makeup.
That's good.
I said what I said, okay?
Listen. Hey.
You married people, whatever.
Hey.
Whatever. Well, like I got Maybelline in this house? No.
I don't even use Maybelline, but I know that's makeup.
No, wait. What was that shampoo color they say? Maybe she's born with it.
Look, that's Maybelline.
Yeah. Oh, you know,
L'Oreal, because you're worth
L'Oreal.
it. That's what you're thinking of.
Neither one. I'm thinking of Tresemme. Wow.
Tresemme.
Tresemme.
Ooh la la.
This is hilarious.
Yeah.
I don't use none of that stuff no more.
Hilarious. Oh my gosh. Wow. Courtney, quickly, who's going to the Chamber?
Quickly.
Quickly. Like I said, this is going to be a tough match because I would love to see Finn win this. But
are you going to watch it? Tonight.
Yes, I'm going to watch Raw.
Oh, you're going to watch Raw? Oh, okay.
I've always watched Raw.
Courtney, let him know.
I've always watched Raw.
To the ground, sis.
I watched it. I actually helped Mare with his watch along last week.
But you haven't had one with me.
Yes, I have. It was
we were competing against each other. You had Dynamite. You were here for them.
One of our WWT siblings is feeling really left out.
Oh boy.
I'm
gonna pick Seth Rollins. I think it's Seth.
Okay, Seth. Yeah, I was waiting for your pick. Okay, Dion, Seth or Finn?
Come on now, do the right thing.
I want to say Seth, but I also want to see Crazy Seth starts happening again. So I'm hoping Finn Balor wins to send Seth over the top even more. That's what I want. I want Bug Eye trying to take Rey Mysterio's eye out, Seth.
Oh,
That's the
that's
stuff I want again.
Oh, you want Monday Night Messiah, Seth?
Lord.
Just crazy Seth. That's all I want.
Cross-eyed Seth.
Ah!
Honey?
Listen, it's over for the Monday Night Messiah, Monday Night, whatever you want to call him, Mr. Monday Night. Okay, it's over for Seth freaking Rollins because you are not going to get away with double stomping my tribal chief and walking away with nothing to show for it. So I'm sorry, sir, you are not moving on to this chamber because you got a tribal chief that's coming your way. Finn Balor, let's get it. Revive my guy's career. Let's go.
Yeah, I think Finn has taken way too many L's to Seth. So
too many.
I think we hear the music of the tribal chief tonight, and that's gonna fully distract Seth. And then he's really gonna go off the deep end because now you're costing me the world championship again. So all right.
And he could.
Let's try this again. Courtney, quickly. Who's going to the chamber?
Roxanne Perez.
She did it. She did it. She did it. She did it. All right. All right. I already know what the councilman's going to say. I'm going to save his diatribe till last. Quickly, Dion, who's going to the chamber?
Roxanne.
Honey?
Pop Rock City coming to Elimination Chamber, baby.
Councilman.
Pop Rock Mania is in full effect. Roxanne.
Oh,
this will be her official welcome to Monday Night Raw.
Prodigy's
going
first
to the chamber.
Prodigy's first chamber.
It's going to be great. Going to be great.
Hercules.
And remember, you can watch Monday Night Raw at the top of the hour. I believe we may have a watch along. That's if the mayor is available. We don't know.
Get this body butter.
And that too. But yeah, it all goes down tonight, 8 p.m. Eastern on Netflix. Should be amazing to watch. All right, here's how you can reach out to us by way of these good socials. I saw that. That's hilarious. Showcasing the body butter. Courtney, how can the people find you?
Oh God. They can, of course, they can always find me here every Monday, Wednesday, and Friday on WWT Live. I will be here Wednesday as I do my.
Of course, you'll be here Wednesday.
Yes, of course, I will be.
Not Tuesday.
Wednesday.
Not Tuesday. Just to clarify, right?
Nowhere close to Tuesday.
No.
Not even close. I will be here Wednesday doing my watch along for Dynamite because they're on the road to Revolution and it's stopping in Phoenix this Wednesday. So feel free to hang out with me in the aftermath of Grand Slam Australia. Lots of happening. You can also follow me on @CourtneyNJ11 on Twitter and Instagram. I actually just posted my reaction on Toni Storm, my client, the timeless one winning at Grand Slam Australia. So it's very, very, very fun. And Mercedes may be the one leading, but I wouldn't underestimate my client Toni Storm. So Mayor, it's gonna be a war of words in the coming weeks.
Oh. Well,
war of words.
She has declared war.
Okay. All right. Dion, how can the people find you?
Yeah, over on All Star Fandom Show on TikTok, Instagram. Got shows out this week. Still celebrating the month of love with Fandom of Love. Have superhero couples, TV couples, and movie couples coming this week, along with Captain America reviews over there too. We'll have some stuff to say about that, but that's neither here nor there at the moment. And also on Saturdays with Will and Honey for the K-Fate podcast at noon. So yeah, and here when I can make it after work. So hopefully I can make it more often.
Well, it's good to have you with us. Councilman, how can the people find you?
You can find me at the Final Councilman. If you want some of the real heat before you get to that cool off of Wednesdays, come join me on the NXT. we have the greatest AEW acquisition, Ricky Stark signing his contract on NXT this Tuesday. And just so much more stuff going on. We know Courtney won't be there, as she's let us know. But for the rest of you, come on through and join. And then just, so I show how well of a councilman I am. you never know who might pop up on the Dynamite watch along, just to be able to support their fellow WWT sibling, and just also too to keep in mind, as Honey likes to say, the parents will not be here Wednesday and Friday. The councilman will be at the helm Friday, so just prepared.
I smell an invasion.
Oh, boy.
Be prepared for all.
I smell.
There's an iceberg ahead.
I smell a you don't know who I am,
Mhm.
but you know who I am, but you don't know why I'm here.
Uh-huh.
I am predicting a from the professor by Monday.
Oh boy. Oh boy. Oh boy. Oh boy. Well, honey, how can the people find you?
You could always find me in either Tulum or Santorini,
Oh.
staying centered right here with our lovely body butter and massage candles, brought to you by the one and only Boss Lady TK. You can also find me here Monday, Wednesdays, Fridays with the WWT Live crew, as well as Saturdays with my boys at the Kayfabe podcast and the Wrestling with Honey podcast on YouTube, and all things Wrestling with Honey on the socials.
Awesome. Well, you can find
Stay
me, of course.
moisturized, y'all.
It's just Monday. Why are we like this?
I don't know.
It is
I don't
just
know.
Monday.
I don't know why I'm like this.
Wow.
I don't know.
You guys can find me at Bounderfied across all the social spaces. I want to remind you that we are less than 2 weeks away from the premiere of Saturday Night Vibe from All Caribbean Wrestling. It'll premiere on Tempo Network Saturday, March the 1st. You'll be able to actually watch it on the All Caribbean Wrestling app, which is now available, of course, for iOS. It's available for Android. It's available for Roku, so you can definitely check that out. Man, oh man. Let's see. Lots of other great things happening as we prepare for things with Ashe Wrestling. Ashe Wrestling TV this Thursday. So be on the lookout for that. With a great match, the return of Darius Lockhart as he takes on Darius Carter. That goes down this Thursday night on Ashe Wrestling TV, 8 p.m. Eastern on the Ashe Wrestling YouTube channel. And immediately after this, before the watch along, at 8 p.m., I'm going to do something I have not done in a very long time. I'm actually going live on Facebook. And there's a reason why. So 7:30 p.m. Eastern, find me on Facebook. Come check it out. You'll see what's going on. Some cool things happening over there. In the meantime, you can follow all things Women's Wrestling Talk at WW Talk Pod. www.talkpod.com is the website. Shout out to all of you who are watching us on the website as well. You can get great merch there. You can check out the latest articles, and all of the things are happening there. And again, make sure you're following us on all the spaces there. Shout out to everybody in the chat. You guys are just amazing, and I am grateful. Okay.
She is making her way.
There she is. So shout out to all of you guys who are rocking with us. I appreciate you all for your kindness, for how great you are to support what we're doing here at Women's Wrestling Talk. Again, top of the hour, we've got a watch along, 7:30 p.m. Eastern. If you guys feel so inclined, follow me on Facebook, and you'll see what's going on. Some really cool things happening there. But until next time, we're representing for Women's Wrestling Talk. We are the #1 women's wrestling network on the planet.
Thanks for joining WWT. Don't forget to like us on all social media platforms at WW Talk Pod. Like and subscribe on all video and audio platforms, like yesterday, my G. And check out our website at www.talkpod.com. Thanks for watching Women's Wrestling Talk, the #1 women's wrestling network on the planet.